Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? You glance in the mirror, and it's not just the wrinkles. You see it in your eyes, in the way your shoulders droop a little more than they used to. Maybe you chalk it up to aging. Maybe you tell yourself, well, that's just how it is after 65. But let me ask you something. What if it doesn't have to be that way? Aging isn't the enemy. It's natural. But what is stealing time from your life are certain hidden habits and choices that quietly chip away at your health, your energy, and your joy. And the worst part? Many of us don't even realize they're happening. They sneak in little by little, until one day we wonder where our strength, our memory, or our spark is gone. Now, I'm not here to scare you. Quite the opposite. I'm here to tell you that it's not too late to take those years back. To feel stronger, sleep better, move more freely, and most importantly, to wake up with a sense of purpose and vitality. You have more power over your aging than you think, and it all starts with awareness. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 sneaky things that could be stealing years from your life after 65. Things that might seem small at first glance, but over time can make a big difference in how you feel and how long you live. More importantly, I'll show you simple, doable steps you can take starting today. Yes, today, to start turning it all around. So let's begin with one of the most underestimated thieves of time and health: sitting too much. Now I know what you might be thinking. Come on, I'm retired. I've earned my rest. And you absolutely have. There's nothing wrong with relaxing on the porch, watching your favorite shows, or spending time reading. But here's the catch. Our bodies were designed to move. When we sit for hours on end, day after day, it's like turning the volume down on your metabolism, your circulation, and even your brain function. Studies have shown that prolonged sitting is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. But what's more, it can sap your energy and weaken your muscles, making everyday tasks harder and harder over time. The joints stiffen, the back aches, and before you know it, getting up from a chair feels like climbing a mountain. But don't worry. You don't have to run marathons or spend hours at the gym to fix this. One of the simplest and most effective things you can do is stand up and move a little every hour. Set a timer if you need to. Walk around the house during TV commercials. March in place while brushing your teeth, or take a quick stroll after meals. Even 5 minutes of gentle movement every hour adds up, and your body will thank you for it. You might even find that once you get into the rhythm of moving more, your balance improves, your sleep gets deeper, and your mood lifts. Motion truly is lotion for your joints, and movement is a gift you can give yourself at any age. Now, while too much sitting is something we do with our bodies, the next life stealer works quietly inside your mind, and that's chronic stress. Let's be honest, just because we've gotten older doesn't mean life has gotten easier. In fact, retirement, health concerns, changes in family dynamics, and even loneliness can create a constant undercurrent of stress. And when stress becomes a daily part of life, it doesn't just stay in your head. It spreads through every part of your body. Cortisol, the hormone your body releases during stress, was meant to help you deal with emergencies. But when it stays elevated for too long, it starts to wear you down from the inside. It weakens your immune system, raises your blood pressure, affects your memory, and even speeds up aging at the cellular level. You might notice you're more tired, more irritable, or that little things seem to set you off more easily than they used to. That's not just getting older. That could be the weight of stress slowly dragging down your quality of life. But here's the good news. You can reduce stress, even if you can't remove all the challenges around you. One of the most powerful tools? Breathing. That's right, just a few minutes of slow, deep breathing each day can send a message to your nervous system that says, I'm safe. I can relax now. Try this. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold it for 4, and breathe out through your mouth for 6. Do that 3 or 4 times, and notice how your shoulders start to drop, your jaw relaxes, and your mind clears just a little. It may seem too simple to work, but it does. And don't underestimate the power of human connection. A quick chat with a friend, a hug from a grandchild, even a smile exchange at the grocery store. These moments release feel-good chemicals in your brain that actively counteract the effects of stress. If you're feeling overwhelmed, talk to someone. You're not a burden. You're a human being, and connection is part of your healing. Now that we talked about how sitting too much and letting stress linger can chip away at your health, let's turn to something just as common but often overlooked. What's going on in your kitchen? What's going on in your kitchen? Because the truth is, one of the biggest things that can silently steal years from your life after 65 is poor nutrition. And I'm not talking about overeating or skipping the occasional vegetable. I mean the kind of everyday eating habits that seem harmless, maybe even comforting, but over time can slowly wear down your health, energy, and resilience. Let's take a closer look at something many of us grew up loving. White bread, sweet tea, packaged crackers, canned soups. Familiar, convenient, and tasty, right? But here's the thing. So many of the food we've gotten used over the years are loaded with refined sugars, excessive sodium, and empty calories that don't give our bodies what they really need. And as we age, our metabolism slows down, our digestion changes, and our cells don't bounce back quite like they used to. So what used to be just fine in our 40s or 50s starts to take a real toll in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and heavy salt not only contribute to weight gain, but they can worsen inflammation, increase the risk of heart disease and dementia, and make arthritis and fatigue feel even worse. And here's the sneaky part. These effects don't show up overnight. They build quietly, little by little, until you wake up one day wondering why your body feels like it's working against you. But the beautiful part is, just like small bad habits can chip away at your health, small good choices can start to rebuild it. You don't have to completely overhaul your diet or give up everything you love. It's about shifting gently but intentionally, swapping white bread for whole grain, choosing fresh or frozen vegetables over canned, reaching for nuts or fruit instead of cookies, drinking more water and a little less soda or sweet tea. Even something as simple as starting your day with a glass of warm water and a squeeze of lemon can help wake up your digestive system and support your liver without any pills or gimmicks. Adding a handful of greens to your sandwich or soup can boost your fiber and help regulate your blood sugar. These tiny tweaks add up and they tell your body, hey, I'm on your side. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware, listening to your body, paying attention to how you feel after you eat. Do you feel nourished? Do you feel sluggish? That kind of honest check-in can be more powerful than any diet trend or calorie count. Another important piece of this puzzle, and this might surprise you, is making sure you're getting enough protein. Yes, even now, especially now, as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. And without enough protein in your meals, your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to keep you strong. And I'm not talking about bulking up like a bodybuilder. I'm talking about maintaining the strength to climb stairs, lift groceries, carry grandkids, or get up out of a chair without wobbling. Think about adding simple sources of protein to each meal, like eggs, beans, Greek yogurt, or even a small piece of chicken or fish. These aren't drastic changes. They're gentle nudges in the right direction. You're not giving anything up. You're giving yourself more strength, more stamina, more time. And let's not forget the joy of food. Preparing a fresh, colorful meal isn't just good for your body. It's good for your spirit. When you take the time to nourish yourself with love and care, your body responds. It's never too late to enjoy eating well. But even with a better diet, even with less stress and more movement, there's one more thing that can quietly age you faster than you realize, and that's isolation. Now, this one's tough to talk about because loneliness doesn't always look like we expect it to. You can be surrounded by people, family, neighbors, caregivers, and still feel a deep, quiet sense of disconnection. Or you might have gotten used to spending more time alone, telling yourself you're fine, but deep down, you feel like something's missing. And you're not alone in that feeling. In fact, loneliness after 65 is more common than ever, and it's not just an emotional issue. Scientists now know that chronic loneliness affects your physical health. It can raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, increase inflammation, and even shorten your lifespan. In fact, some studies have shown that loneliness can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how serious it is. But here's the light in all of this. You don't need a huge social circle or endless gatherings to feel connected. You just need meaningful connection. One good friend, one phone call, one walk with a neighbor, one volunteer shift at the library or community center. Even joining a local class or online group where people share your interests can give you a renewed sense of purpose and belonging. And if mobility is an issue, or if you're more introverted, start small. Send a message to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Write a letter. Sit outside and chat with passerby. Every interaction, no matter how small, remind your brain and your heart that you matter. And you do. Connection doesn't have to look like it did when you were younger. It's about quality, not quantity. It's about being seen, heard, and valued. And when you feel connected, truly connected, everything else in life feels a little more manageable. So if you've been feeling tired, stressed, sluggish, or just a little less like yourself lately, I want you to pause and ask, am I moving enough? Am I managing stress? Am I feeding my body the love it deserves? Am I connecting in ways that feel good to me? You don't have to fix it all at once. You don't need to have it all figured out. But you can take a single step today, and then another tomorrow. The most important thing is that you start. Let's keep going. Because sometimes the hardest part is getting started, but once you do, momentum builds. And with each small change, you begin to feel it. Your body waking up, your mind clearing, your spirit lifting. Now, there's one more quiet culprit that can steal years from your life after 65, and often hides in plain sight. It's something so common, so normalized, that many people don't even realize it's affecting them. I'm talking about poor sleep. It's easy to brush off sleep struggles as just part of getting older. You might wake up multiple times in the night, have trouble falling asleep, or find yourself rising before the sun, whether you want to or not. You may even tell yourself, well, I don't need as much sleep at my age anyway. But the truth is, your body still needs deep, restorative rest. And without it, everything else suffers. When your sleep is poor, your immune system weakens. Your memory and focus get foggy. You're more prone to falls, weight gain, even depression. In fact, lack of sleep is now being linked to a higher risk of cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. It's that serious. But here's what's empowering. While we can't control everything about aging, there's a lot we can do to support better sleep naturally. Start by looking at your evenings. Is the TV blaring news late into the night? Are you on your phone or tablet right up until bedtime? Are you snacking heavily before you sleep or having caffeine late in the day without realizing it? Your brain is sensitive, especially now. It needs signals that say, it's time to wind down. That could be dimming the lights an hour before bed, turning off screens and choosing a gentle book or some quiet music instead. Having a consistent bedtime, yes, even on weekends, can help train your body to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Another powerful practice? A short evening routine that tells your body, we're done for the day. That could be a warm bath, a calming herbal tea, or even writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These aren't just rituals, they're anchors. They help calm the nervous system, lower stress hormones, and prepare your body to rest, repair, and heal overnight. And don't underestimate your environment. A cool, quiet, dark room works wonders. If outside noise is an issue, try a white noise machine or fan. If light creeps in early, consider blackout curtains or a sleep mask. These little adjustments can make a big difference over time. If your mind tends to race at night, worrying about the past, the future, or everything in between, try this gentle trick. As you lay in bed, breathe in slowly and think the word peace. Breathe out and think the word release. Over and over, gently and rhythmically. This simple practice helps shift your focus from thought to breath and from tension to stillness. The goal isn't to force sleep, it's to invite it. And when you do, your body responds. Over time, your energy increases, your mood lifts, your memory sharpens, and your whole system begins to feel more in balance. And maybe that's the heart of all of this. Balance. After 65, life changes. There's no denying it. The routines are different, the pace may slow, and the roles you once played may shift. But this stage of life isn't about decline, it's about refinement. It's a time to shed what no longer serves you and lean into what truly matters. And that means protecting your health, not through restriction or fear, but through intention and care. Think of your body like a trusted companion. It's carried you through so much: joy, pain, growth, loss, love. And now it's asking you gently to pay attention, to treat it with kindness, to feed it with real food, to let it move and breathe and rest, and to surround it with love and connection. Yes, there will be aches. Yes, some days will be slower. But that doesn't mean you're powerless. Far from it. You're wiser now. You've learned what really matters. And that clarity gives you an incredible strength. The kind of strength that knows how to care, how to endure, how to thrive. So if you're sitting there thinking, is it too late for me? Let me tell you, no, it's not. Not even close. Every new habit, no matter how small, is a message to yourself. I still matter. I still deserve to feel good. I'm still living this life, and I want to live it well. Start with one thing. Maybe it's standing up a little more. Maybe it's taking a walk with someone you care about. Maybe it's skipping that second soda or turning off the screen a little earlier tonight. You don't have to change everything. You just have to start. And if this video resonated with you, if you saw a little bit of yourself in anything we talked about, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and share what you're working on, or even what you're struggling with. This space is for you, for us, for the community of people who know that aging doesn't mean giving up. It means showing up differently, deliberately, bravely. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a like. It helps others find it too. And don't forget to subscribe for more conversations like this, because you deserve support, encouragement, and real tools to live your best life after 65. Here's to more energy, more laughter, more moments that matter. Here's to waking up with purpose and going to bed with peace. Here's to living your life fully, boldly, and beautifully, no matter your age.